buys gold at an all-time high. I had no choice because my strategy asked me to do that, and as you can see, I made profit. Watch this video to the end to see how I do this, and if you are new to my channel, kindly like and subscribe. Subscribe please. Let's get into the video. Good morning traders. Today's date is 26th of January 2026, and as usual we're on the chart here again. Welcome to a new week. Anyways, as we're looking on the chart today, as you all know, the only trade I focus on is gold. So as we are seeing on the chart now, we can see that gold has made an all-time high. I'm excited to see this actually, and let's get straight to the business of the day. So first thing first, my bias on gold today is a bullish bias, and as you all know, I'll be drawing my points of interest, or zones of interest as we call them. So this will be my first zone of interest right here, this zone right here, and my second zone of interest will be right around this zone here, and then I'll have a third today, and then our third will be right around here, right? So these are the three zones of okay, I'm wrong, I made a mistake, sorry. My first zone of interest is where price is at the moment, right? Good. So these are the zones of interest I'll be working with for today. Exactly. So we'll be reacting to price in this around these zones, right? So let's head over to our MetaTrader 5 straight up and do the same thing. So coming to MetaTrader 5, the broker uses HFM. I recommend 100%. You can check the link in the description and get an account with them. You will never regret it. Alright, so going forward, let's draw our zones on MT5. So we'll have zone number 1 there. Alright, we'll have our, what was our second again there? I have to check that real quick, sorry. Okay, we'll have one where price is at the moment around here, and then we'll have the last one at around 4942. Alright, 4942, and that's that. Alright, so you might be wondering why I usually draw my zones on TradingView and still draw it on MetaTrader 5. The only reason is because of the TradingView helps me to make my analysis more correctly. So going forward, we've done the first part of the business for today, and you know what's next. What's next is placing the trade for today. So our first trade is obviously there's time. My first trade is always placed at London Open, and it's already a time to place our first trade. And today we'll be working with 500 pips. So if we were to use 500 pips on this, you know what I risk is 2 to 3% of my account, and I'll be risking 2% on this trade. So if we do 500 pips, that will be 0.04, and I'll be entering right now 0.04. Let's try the buy. Alright, so as you can see, I'm in this trade right now, and I'll go ahead, as my strategy instructs me, I'll go ahead to put my stop loss where it's supposed to be. I'll put my buy limits where they're supposed to be, and I'll also be calling this trade in my free Telegram group. You can do well to join that in the link in the description. Anyways, I'll update you anyhow this trade goes. So guys, as you can see on the chart right now, remember we entered this trade around this zone, and price has been rallying and ranging all this while, and it just activated our second point of interest around here. And luckily for us, which is actually factored into the strategy, it did not take us out on our stop loss.
So as you can see, price is now going back to the upside. Price is now going back to the upside. So you can see the position running. So I am still holding on to my bullish bias on this trade. So we will keep observing and see what price does. I think time is still favorable for us to some extent. So we'll hold this trade for a while. I know I should be watching this zone here, but of course that's the zone where we entered. So we'll be expecting price to break it and push to the upside. And we'll see how this trade goes, and I'll update you guys. It's almost 6 p.m. 6 o'clock p.m. and this is where we are at this trade. As you can see, the last update I gave around 4 p.m. I told you that price came on here and activated our buy limit, right? And as you can remember, we entered this trade for today around this zone around here, right? That's when we entered this trade, this spot exactly. So you can see what price has been doing. So it came to our second point of interest, activated it. It did not tap us out in our stop loss actually, because it seems this zone is strong, so it respected it. And I was now expecting it to go and maybe break the high of the day and just keep going, but it just it just came around the high. A candle closed around that high and then it started reversing back. So anyways, we see what it's doing. It came back to this zone again. This is our point of interest, second point of interest, and now it wants to start rallying up again. Anyways, I'm fed up of this trade. I'm fed up of the markets today. It's already 6 p.m. So I'm giving this trade a cluster right now. If I have any movement on this trade up to this zone again, if I just see markets around this zone again, or I see price around this zone, just test this zone. I'm closing everything and calling it quits for the day, and we'll come back tomorrow. Why am I saying this? The time is no longer really favorable. Time is going, and you know the way I trade. It's just within a day my trade lasts, and the way it's playing around the zone, I won't like a situation where it plays and then finally stops me out and make me lose 2% on this trade. Do you understand? So I prefer to be out of this trade. I already have mercy. I've had one batch of, let me call it one dose of mercy for this price not to take me out on my stop loss and activating my second point of interest and running concurrently, as you see two trades running on my P&L. So it's a privilege for me because I wasn't stopped out. So it's a dose of mercy for me and I don't want to abuse it. So if I get this price rally up to this zone at any point in time, I'll be closing and going out of this trade. But anyway, anyhow it goes, whatever it wants to do, it will do. Nobody controls the market, right? So anyhow it goes, I'll hop on an update. We hope for the best. So guys, here's an update on the trade, and this is the final update actually. Like and subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm growing this channel, and I promise you there is a lot of interesting packages that is coming on this channel. Please subscribe. Thank you. Anyways, this is how the trade went. So remember in my last update I said if this price happen to come back to this zone, I will exit this trade. That is the word, that was the cluster I built on this trade for today, and I decided to keep to it. As you can see, the time is already 7 p.m. already, or some minutes to 7 p.m. actually. So I deemed it fit to get out of this trade. We've tried. If that this setup was still quite young, like in the day when I placed it, I would have probably held this trade and see the potential it has, but the cluster of time I put on my strategy has decided to stop me out, so I'm out of the trade. As you can see the P&L, that's the profit we've made for today. Alright, and you can see the account is sitting on, we're making a little bit of recovery. The account is sitting on 6% now. So this is all for today, right? So we'll call it quits for today, and we'll come back tomorrow, reanalyze the charts and see what the market has for us. Anyway guys, like and subscribe, support me on this channel, let me grow with me, and We will make this money together. See you in the next one.